You're listening to a special AI-powered training session generated based on my original research and training documents. While the voices you are about to hear are AI-generated, the insights come directly from my verified material.
Welcome to the Epoch Zero Show. Today, we are unpacking Module 1.7, Economic Forces Driving AI from 2020 to 2026. We're going beyond the technology itself to understand the deep financial incentives, both the engines pushing this forward and the brakes holding it back.
We'll map this landscape across 5 core pillars. First, we'll cover the 3 major accelerants: the winner-take-all dynamics, the cloud revenue model, and the talent supply shock. Then, we'll examine the 2 major constraints: capital and ROI uncertainty, and the hard physical resource walls we are now hitting. So, let's start with the accelerator.
The first force, and perhaps the most powerful one, is the winner-take-all nature of the AI race. Network effects are creating immense pressure to utterly dominate a market. This isn't just about being a little better. It's a fight to be the only one left standing.
At the heart of this is the data flywheel. It's a simple but absolutely brutal feedback loop. A better model attracts more users. More users generate more data. That data is then fed back into the system to create an even better model, and the cycle just accelerates. It's a self-reinforcing engine that gives the first mover a nearly insurmountable lead.
And the prize is astronomical. Just look at the $200 billion annual market for search advertising. Google's dominance, built over decades, was existentially threatened almost overnight by ChatGPT. This was a direct assault on their core profit engine.
The response from the incumbents was, as you'd expect, massive and immediate. Google poured more than $10 billion into its Gemini project. Microsoft invested a stunning $13 billion into OpenAI to secure its own position. When your very survival is on the line, capital becomes a weapon.
Our second accelerant is the financial engine of the cloud itself. For these massive providers, the goal isn't just to build the best AI model. It's to sell the picks and shovels in this new gold rush.
And the numbers, they tell the whole story. AI workloads drove 20 to 30% of all revenue growth at AWS. For Microsoft Azure, AI was responsible for over half of all new customer acquisitions. And at Google Cloud, AI customers spend 3 to 5 times more than other users. The strategy is clear. You subsidize the research to sell the compute.
Now for the third accelerator, human capital, or more precisely, the extreme scarcity of it. We are living through a severe talent supply shock, and it's changing the fundamental economics of building an AI team. The imbalance is just stark. Globally, there is demand for over 100,000 experts in AI and machine learning, but the entire global supply of new PhDs in these fields, it's only about 10,000 a year. This gap has ignited a fierce, zero-sum war for talent.
This war has sent compensation into the stratosphere. Top researchers now command packages over $2 million a year. This is fueling an exodus from academia to the private sector, and it's driving the rise of acqui-hires, where companies are bought not for their product, but just for their engineering team. Talent is the true bottleneck here. So, we've seen the powerful forces pushing AI forward, but what's holding it back? Let's pivot now to the constraints, starting with a huge shift in the market. The era of hype-fueled investment is coming to an end. The new mandate is to prove the value.
Between 2022 and 2025, venture capital was in an absolute frenzy, driven by a deep fear of missing out. In 2024 alone, AI startups raised over $50 billion. But that party is ending. Investors are now demanding a clear path to actual profit.
And it's not just the startups feeling this pressure. Big enterprises are too. Take Microsoft 365 Copilot. At $30 per user per month, companies are piloting it, sure, but they are struggling to actually prove that the productivity gains justify that price tag. The pressure to show a clear return on investment is becoming immense.
And adding to that uncertainty is the rapid commoditization of the core technology. Back in 2022, using the GPT 3.5 API cost about 2 cents for every 1,000 tokens of text you processed.
By 2025, that price had collapsed to 5/100ths of a cent. That's a price drop of over 90%. Powerful open-source models are fueling a brutal price war. It's making it nearly impossible to build a defensible business on model quality alone. The moat is evaporating. Our final constraint is the most fundamental of all. We're no longer just facing limits in our algorithms or our finances. We are now hitting the hard walls of the physical world.
Just consider the raw inputs. Building a new hyperscale data center takes 5 to 10 years. AI's energy use is on track to consume 1 to 2% of the entire global electricity supply. And the key hardware, the advanced GPUs, have back orders of 12 to 18 months. These are massive physical bottlenecks.
And this brings us to a critical question for every single leader in this space. Is our future progress now limited not by our algorithms, but by our access to power, land, and silicon? We have to start planning for a world of constrained resources. We are hitting a real wall.
So, what is the strategic reality? First, follow the money to see the real incentives. Second, talent is scarce, so prioritize partnerships. Third, timing is critical. You must capture value before commoditization arrives. Fourth, measure your return on investment rigorously. And finally, prepare for consolidation. Many of today's startups will not survive.